Hey everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Today we have a delicious and low carb sour cream beef bake that we're going to prepare for you. This is one of Big D's favorite recipes. I cook it on rotation at least twice a month because it's so easy, it's so filling, and it's so good. You would never know that it's good for you. So stay tuned. We're going to show you how to cook and eat healthy in a flash. Okay, so we've started with about 1.5 pounds of ground beef that I have browned, and I didn't have to drain it because this is like a very lean ground beef that I'm using, but if you need to drain it, you can drain it and just return it back to your pan. So to that, we're going to add probably just about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I always do this after browning because that way my flavor stays in. And about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. You can actually do this step ahead of time. I know a lot of people who like to brown ground beef for the week, and seasoning it after is always a good idea. So now we're going to put in about, I guess, 1.5 cups of marinara sauce, which for me would be not quite 1/3 of this jar. More meat than sauce. Meat ratio is good. So we're going to give that a stir. And you don't have to reheat this because we also have our oven preheating to 350 degrees because we're going to bake this. That's why I said the ground beef is such a good idea to do ahead of time. So we're just going to set this to the side. And here you'll see that I have 1.5 cups of riced cauliflower. I buy the steam bags and just cook it according to package directions. Let it cool, strain it to get all the water out, and then we just put that in the bottom of a casserole dish. Now we're going to mix up some really yummy stuff to go in this cauliflower rice and make this just a beautiful, beautiful dish. So in a large mixing bowl, I have 1 cup of cottage cheese. And to that, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream. These are two very good protein-packed ingredients that a lot of low-carb recipes always include. Now, to this, we're going to add about 1/2 cup of green onion that I have diced ahead of time. And I'm just going to give that a mix. And then I have about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese that I'm also going to add in. Parmesan cheese is very good. It's low moisture and it adds a ton of flavor to things like this. So if you were making a traditional lasagna, this would also be a really good filling for a traditional lasagna. Or just make this. So now we're going to put this into our cauliflower rice. Let's make sure we get it all. And just fold in the cauliflower rice to that mixture. Then once you get it good and mixed up, just spread that out evenly over the bottom of your dish in like a single layer. Best you can. You just want to make it a nice bottom. Now we're going to take 1/2 of our ground beef mixture and just kind of spoon that over the top carefully. And I just use my spatula or spoon just to kind of spread it out. We're just making a nice layered dish here because you always want your presentation to be just appetizing. It doesn't have to necessarily be pretty, but appetizing when you dip into it. So now here we have about 2 cups of shredded mozzarella, and I'm going to take about 1/2 of that and spread it over the top of the beef mixture. Just getting it nice and covered, spread out. Then we take the last half of our beef mixture and pour it over the top and just spread it out in a single layer. Had a big hunk of mozzarella in there. You know, when you're shredding it, you get to that end piece and you just really just have to just throw that in, right? Then we take the other cup of our mozzarella and we just put that over the top. So it's layered a lot like a beef pasta bake, like our pasta bake recipe, but it's also a lot better for you. We don't use any pasta in this, and that cauliflower rice kind of takes the place of that. So now we're just going to garnish this with a little bit of parsley that I don't have open. I'm so prepared. So prepared today. So y'all just have to just bear with me. All right, just a little bit of green on top. There we go. And would you just look just how gorgeous that is? I mean, it's just beautiful. It's ready to go into the oven that we have preheated at 350 degrees, and then we will cook it for about 20 minutes and then take it out, and then we let it sit for about 5, and then we serve it up and have a great supper. So stay with us. We'll be right back to show you the finished product. Okay, we're back. We finished about a 20-minute cook time, and I have let it sit for just a few minutes. It's still really hot. But I always do this when it's way too hot. But y'all, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to show you how cheesy and delicious it is whenever we just scoop it out here. Look at that. I mean, would you just look at that? It's just dripping. So I'm just going to get just a little bit, okay? All right, so it's hot. It's still just really steaming hot, but I'm just going to get a small bite. But look at that. Oh, I love cooking. I love cooking because, you know, every once in a while you have this good cheese stuff and it just falls right off your fork, right? That's how when you know, if you like cheese like me, that's how you know when something is really good. So I got a bite of that cauliflower mixed with the cottage cheese and the sour cream and some green onion, along with plenty of that meat sauce. And do you think it's cool yet? We'll go for it. So good. Easy, simple, delicious, perfect every single time. And the best part is you could eat like a third of this and it not add any inches to your waistline. It's probably the perfect supper anytime. And you can be like me and just keep those bags of that rice cauliflower in the freezer. If you wanted to go the fresh route and rice your own cauliflower, we have a great pro tip on how to do that over at our cauliflower breadcrumbs recipe. And it's so easy, you just do it with water in a blender. So be sure you check that out. This recipe, like all of our others, can be found over at thebutteredhome.com. We would love it if you would give us a visit there. We're real proud of our website. We work real hard to bring you videos like this and quality free content always for you. Also, make sure you're following us on all of our social channels. We have a really good time and we would love for you to be with us no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, cooking, giving tips, things like that. We would love for you to be subscribed to all of our social channels. And all of our videos can be found in one convenient place over at YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure you head over there and search for The Buttered Home. And when you find us, hit that subscribe button and ding the bell so that you can be notified when we drop new videos like this one. Y'all, this has been deliciously fun. We hope that you will try this recipe and love it as much as we do. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. While you're over at our website, make sure that you sign up to be a member of our VIP email list. That's at thebutteredhome.com. There's a subscribe button and a nice little pop-up that'll prompt you if you haven't already subscribed to the newsletter so that you can be a VIP and get recipes like this As soon as they're dropped, every week we put out a new recipe or a recipe that is perfect to help you meal plan for the week. Also, we would just love it if you would subscribe, because all of our news and anything new that we're doing always goes to our VIP email list first. So, you can tell I'm getting back in the swing of things, cooking in our new kitchen. We still have a few things left to do, but I'm trying to get everything in place, so I'm standing here trying to make mental notes of everything that I have to tell you. So if I forget, sorry, we'll get it next time. So make sure you stay with us. And as always, from the buttered home to your home, we sure love y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye.